Welcome to another Public Projects. We've got 4 nights in Belgium and Holland, and our main reason for coming over this time was to come over to see the Carp Den Bosch show.
It's white. It's been snowing literally here. We've just been driving. It's been absolutely fine, 5 degrees. Got about 20 minutes away from the lake we're going to, and there's snow on the ground, and it's dropped down to 2 degrees now, so I don't know what it actually is outside, but it's obviously very cold.
Our first venue that we picked was one of Geo's lakes. Yeah, it's a slightly different layout to your conventional sort of Belgian ponds, if you like. On our first arrival at the lake, we did a quick lap. We thought we could see some shapes under the ice, so that was a sort of area that we'd earmarked. We've had our first wander. We can't lap it because it looks like only one side of the bank is accessible. The other side is all fenced, barbed wire fencing. I mean, so is this side as well, but we can get round it. But we've just come into this, come back to this area, sorry. It's quite wide. Quite snaggy in the edge, looks quite deep, looks like a nice little holding area.
So, we've both found fish. We're both in the swimmer fish in front of us, so on the snowy conditions, that I think it's pretty good going. So, I mean, I don't know what the time is now. It's probably close to midday. I'd imagine we've been walking around for quite a while. Maybe not quite that late, 11ish possibly. But the day's going to disappear now. Once you've started doing the rods for a few hours, it'll be lunchtime, and then before you know it, it'll be getting dark. So, I just got back round to my bivvy. I'm going to get cracking.
The wind has just picked up and has started to push the floating cat ice to the left on the wind, so it's dragging this rod with it. So I'm going to wait until what's that over there on the surface?
There's something.
Can you see that?
That's fizzing.
No, that's a carp back. That's a back. Can you see that?
I can see that, yeah.
It's going right now.
Yeah, I can see it. It's a carp.
So yeah, we have actually seen a few now. Trish saw one up where he's fishing, hence why he's moved up there. Can definitely see one in front of me now. That is a back out the water. It's a very, very shallow lake. All over. It's the same as what it is in the edge, in the middle, in the far margin, everything. It's probably length of my leg core. So like 3 foot, maybe 4. Look at it. That is definitely sank.
Yeah.
Sank. But the reason I've got this rod in is because the ice is getting pushed. It's pissing around with this. So I'm going to go and do my right hand rod, lower that in the edge, handful of bait, and then go up and film Trist. Hopefully this will bugger off, and I can come back and ping the rods out. It's only underarm flick, so. See you in a bit.
Already clipped that rod up, like quite tight to that bush on the opposite side. Went down the donk and it's actually quite silty around it, so I haven't done too many more casts yet. So that's my first initial discovery, if you like. But there's 2 over that way, you know. One tight to that big snag,
Yeah.
and then one shorter. Literally just a spawn of each on like pellet and crushed boilie one spom over each rod, because I mean, even the maggot, that will spread out, so it won't just be one spom, it will spread out a little bit, because obviously they'll wiggle around. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do on that side. I don't want to do too many casts, because I think I've seen another fishing up in there. It's only been 10 minutes. And then my next debate is pretty much, do I just fish my third one down here short, or go anywhere further left? I don't know yet, but I'm going to do these 2 rods first. It's looking good, pretty confident.
Well, as you may be able to tell, I am now under my brolly because it started to rain. Nobody wants to get wet and damp in the winter when it's going to be as cold as it will be tonight. But I'm back in my swim now after filming Tris for a bit. Didn't want to leave the rods for too long because obviously fishing in close and stuff. But I can now come back and get my third rod ready. Well, it's ready, I just need to go and put it out and bait it. I'm gonna be fishing to a near marginal snag, so hence why I haven't put that one out and left the rods, because it's fishing a snag. Need to fish that one locked up tight. There's nowhere to run apart from in the bushes, so there's no way I was going to leave that unattended. Likewise with Trist, he's fishing up to a snag as well, so we're not going to be able to social it up tonight. We've got 4 nights this trip, so there's going to be plenty of time to have a social and a barbecue and a get together, but what I'll probably do is do the food here, run it up to him so he's got something to eat, and then yeah, shoot straight back here and probably get my head down, because we've been up since 2:30. It's approaching 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, so yeah, well over 12 hours, so need some sleep. Gonna need some sleep anyway for the rest of this trip. Got the show tomorrow, hopefully we nick one here, but yeah, see how we get on.
I've only gone and bloody caught one. Just as we thought the night was rolling in, and I was fully expecting to open my eyes to rain and frost, I had one. I'm a bit in shock, to be honest. I know it's only, I don't know, it's only a little one, but I don't know, it's all caught me off guard a little bit, to be fair. I was just beginning to get sleepy. Just put my hot water bottle on in my bed chair. And yeah, right and rod pulled up tight and one in the net. Lovely. Look. There we go. I'm not gonna lie, that is actually an unexpected fish, because I was laying there, wasn't quite sure how the night was going to unfold, but yeah, to get one when my feet were still wet from the snow this morning is, I think, quite an achievement. So, lovely little Belgian mirror, and 4-night session is underway. Happy days.
absolutely over the moon that Tris caught one last night. That got this trip really off to a flyer. Considering that we came out here for the show mainly, and if we caught even one carp between us this trip, it was going to be an absolute added bonus. So yeah, we were both packing up that morning, really excited that we'd caught one. And then of course we were off to the show, so out came the bags and we got into our jeans, shirts, got ourselves all ready, and off we went to the show.
So we've just got here. It's just past 1, half 1. There's a lot of people coming out and a lot of people going in still, even at this time. So let's go in and take a look around one of these biggest shows in Europe at its new venue. So let's go and have a look.
Hello. We done? We're getting there. We've had a list of people to see and talk to, which I think we're getting there now. 2 things remaining on the list: get some wellies and beer. So wellies, then beer. Alright, so we've got a decision to make. The toss up between all the way to Amsterdam, which will always be a good laugh, and getting setting on a bit of a stretch that we've been tipped off on, or perhaps the original plan to the canal that we were going to fish. So I don't know, decision to make yet, but we have to think about it in the car, maybe make a phone call and see where we are. But I think we're still pretty set on the original plan for tomorrow morning, is to go to and meet Mike. But yeah, just that little bit in between we've got to make our minds up on. So watch your space. All go for beers with the Germans, and I'll tell you now, it's tempting, isn't it? It is very tempting, but the demon inside me wants to do it. Big Les wants to have a go, but yeah, I don't know. We've got a film to do, and we're on a roll at the moment. I kind of want to ride it, so toss up between 3 options at the moment.
Famous last words.
Yeah, I'll have one.
Well, we're back in the car again. It's dark now, all done at the show. We did everything we needed to do pretty much. Tris managed to get himself some more boots to keep his feet dry, and he's going to need that because it's currently 0 degrees in the van. Well, the van's reading 0 degrees. Doesn't appear to be as much snow around here, but it was certainly really icy at the show. It's going to be another cold night. So we're currently heading to a spot on a canal close by, like 20 minutes out, half an hour out from the show. But we do have that other backup place to go in Amsterdam, which is probably an hour, just over an hour drive. So we're going to check this spot out, have a walk around. It's dark now, so we don't have to rush about or anything. We can have a good look around. There might be other anglers there, and that might be a write-off, but if not, it's certainly worth considering. Just have a really good look when we're there, and then just make some decisions based off what we see, really, and if we're feeling it.
We had a few options for the second night, but we did opt to fish a local spot on the canal, which actually turned out to be a certain point on the canal where the boats can turn around. So that made it a bit of a deeper spot, some kind of feature for us to go on.
To be honest, the van's parked right
where we're fishing. It's very easy to get the gear out and to get fishing. We still need to eat and have dinner. But this is a spot where fish have been caught from before. Obviously, everywhere this time of year is really hard anyway. But there is a chance here. It might not be a very big chance, but there's a chance here. So, better get set up and have a bit of a social. Get the barbie on. My mate Yorick's coming down in a bit. So, yeah, social vibes tonight. Barbecue, get warm, get the rods out, get our heads down, and stick to the plan for tomorrow. But you'll have to wait till tomorrow to see what that is.
Imagine if we caught one.
So we awoke pretty much as expected. It was another cold night and yeah, a fishless one on the second night.
This time of year, fishing canals, not really putting yourself in the best position to catch a fish, but as I say, it was kind of working from the content of the pictures we got really. So yeah, as I said, it is a chilly one, so we're gonna have a coffee and I think we're gonna have a swift pack up, load the van. We know where we're going now, to meet Mike Van Spek from the Netherlands. Good friend of ours, and yeah, looking forward to catching up with him as much as we are the fishing. So.
Hopped into Mike's truck and yeah, we probably looked around 3 or 4 different spots on this huge water system. Some parts of it are quite large, lakes, there's canals, and it all sort of feeds around into each other. So at any point when the fish are on the move, they could literally be everywhere. It's one of them ones where you do have to really be quite mobile. But obviously this time of year, that's not really the case. They tend to hold up in certain areas, and that's the knowledge that we've really gained from Mike and his friends here that have been fishing this system for quite a long time. So out of the spots we visited, we'd earmarked sort of 2 of them that would be a really good starting point, certainly for the first night anyway. So back to Mike's, had a little bit of a sort out of the kit, got all of our supplies, and we bought everything to do a barbecue for a bit of a social. However, Mike sort of had other plans. Obviously, it's been quite a while since we've seen each other, and there's a really nice restaurant local to him that he wanted to take us out for dinner, and the rest is history, really. We finished up at the restaurant and started to get the rods out for the night. Well, that's a pretty cool place to spend the night, next to this concrete structure with Brolly. Yeah, we got the rods out in pitch black last night with the aid of the torches, just on this little canal that we came to look at yesterday during the day when we were driving around with Mike. No fish for both of us last night, but yeah, I mean, it is winter. I know we keep saying it, but it's a very difficult time of year to catch fish, so we're doing our best and we're really enjoying it along the way. Mike treated us to a really nice meal out last night, a nice steak dinner and a couple of beers, and dropped us back down here. Yeah, it was a lovely evening, so yeah, thanks Mike. We all really needed that, and yeah, it's been probably 3 years since we've all seen each other together, so yeah, really nice evening. But we're actually going to head back to Mike's now for a quick shower, and we fancy a move up for tonight. So possibly going to be looking at the sort of the larger bodies of water, like more the lake part of this water system, to give that a go. I mean, it's a bit more water to look at. You know, we are just going off of help from the guys of what parts of this water system has done fish in the winter, and where we were for last night. Sorry, is one of them. But yeah, we're going to try another one. Keep moving around. We've got tonight as our last night, and we do have all day tomorrow as well. And we've got quite a late crossing home, so we do have the full day tomorrow as well, and we can travel. So don't know. Maybe we'll discuss Amsterdam again. But certainly, first and foremost, get round to Mike's, get a shower, and then look at probably some other pieces of water around here. So catch you in a bit. So after a bit of a refresh at Mike's, we were going back to another new spot for our final night.
It's looking good, Lou.
Yeah, it's looking really good. There's a lot more room than we thought, isn't there?
Yeah,
really,
loads to be honest.
Yeah. So where we're standing now, I'm looking at a load of houses, literally right in front of me, 40 yards over. And this is the part that the restaurants are on, but the restaurants are around the other side. So the restaurant we went to last night is literally probably a 10-minute walk just round this bay. So yeah, this piece of water does look good. Birds are here. It's not that cold today.
I think it's looking quite good today.
Yeah, it does look alright. So with there being a little bit more water in this area to where we fished the previous night, we decided to spread the rods out quite a bit. We soon sort of identified 3 kind of gaps, if you like, not really swims because it's not really getting fished a lot, but yeah, 3 gaps to fit the rods. And to give us equal chance, we fished a rod each in each of the parts, one being up against the concrete area where the fish sort of tend to hold in the past. Another, we decided to put 2 rods out on a little bit of bait. We've barely used any bait this trip, and we got a bit of maggot, we got a bit of crushed boilie, a bit of crushed tiger. So we decided to put 6 bombs out and fish a rod over that each for the night. The other 2, the final 2, we decided to fish further down the bank and fish close in. So we were covering all different parts of water for that final night. Got 2 rods in the edge, 2 rods 14 wraps out with a little bit of bait, and then 2 up to a holding area where potentially there's fish to hold. So again, rods all set, ready for the night. Barbecue came out and used up our barbecue food that we were supposed to be having the previous night, and sat there waiting for it to happen.
Oh, good morning then. Probably don't need me to tell you. It's been another quiet one. No carp for us last night, although we have had a coot each. So yeah, it's time to move on. We do have a plan for today though. We're actually going to head to a few different venues today. Smaller lakes, all with, that we've been told, are quite a lot more fishing. One of the lakes we're actually going to is place that you may have already seen before on our Create Your Own Path road trip a couple of years ago. When we came up to see Mike and Patrick, we stopped off on we call it a park lake, just a small water system in the middle of sort of like housing really. It was quite a cool place. We had a fair few fish in a relatively short period of time, so it's about half an hour from here, so we can have a pretty swift pack up, minimalise our gear a little bit, organise it to an easy working amount, and yeah, hopefully spend the rest of the day flitting between a few lakes and catching some fish. So yeah, quite looking forward to it. Suits our style down to a T, and if we're going to catch one on this freezing trip, then that's going to be the way to do it. So yeah, we're going to get cracking now. Yes, we just pulled up. I think, I mean, we know roughly where we want to be anyway, I think, but it's only small, so we're going to quickly have a little wander around a la Chocomel and see if we can see any signs of carp. So, yeah.
Let's jump out and have a look.
Let's jump out and have a look.
More up this end, isn't there?
Yeah, I think we've seen a few now. We've got a little patch of bubbles come up not far from the bank. And I think we saw a couple of shapes near the middle section as well. So, good place to start. So we're all settled, got a couple of rods out each, and pleased to say we've had a couple of liners already. I mean, we've already really been fishing properly for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, and the rod I put right up close to the back has had a couple of liners, so yeah, really good sign so far. I do feel like fishing close up to the back is going to be the one. It's the main, really the main kind of feature on this lake really. I know I've got the aerator there, but the whole the way along the back it's just, I don't know, metal sheeting all the way down to the lake bed, and you can't walk along that side either, so it's going to be the quietest side. Yeah, I feel confident. I feel like we're going to have one.
Be lovely to end our little winter mission with a little carp, wouldn't it?
It would, mate. It's yeah, it's been a hard one. I mean, we say it all the time, but love little liners, and I'm watching my line go into the water. It's just, yeah, we always say on these trips, like, they're not a holiday, they are hard work. We're always moving around, we want to see many spots as we can and put our odds in the best possible position to catch. But this one's been particularly hard, I can't lie. It's been obviously really cold, daylight hours are against us, and everywhere's really, really muddy. Certainly some of the spots that we've been recommended to fish on the other lakes, on the other areas, sorry. But yeah, we still love it. Do still love them. So I'll just hit into that. I thought it might be crayfish, or because I'm using maggot, maybe some rudd or something. But on that retrieve just then, I just bounced my load off a carp, I think, and I saw a very, very small rip on the surface. So that's a really good sign. But now I think what they're sitting, if you follow out from that sign, the aerator, I think they're sitting in that sort of, the bit where all the bubbles are. So yeah, it's a really good sign. I'm going to tie up another bag and put it right in the car park.
That's pretty much this trip wrapped up. It has been a grueler, it's been hard work, it's been very, very cold, but we've really, really enjoyed it, and to be honest, we're just going to try and keep this momentum up throughout the year now. We've started planning with Mike, with Niels, who we caught up with at the show, something really, really special for this spring. So yeah, we can't wait to be showing you a bit more of that trip. But for now, time to probably move the rods. And if we have anything else this trip, obviously you'll see us again. But if you don't, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.